The truth is, I don't even know if I'll ever make another album after this. This might be my last album ever. Now that I'm married to an Oscar-winning director, and I see what it takes to really do it at that low, I'm like, maybe no.
The Bennifer divorce has the entire internet hooked. With the pair living separate lives, fans don't really have any hope for a reconciliation. And if you did, well, it's time to throw it out the window because word on the street is that Ben is done. He apparently lashed out at J.Lo for using him to further her own career. And he's not entirely wrong. I mean, it is kind of suspicious that J.Lo got super active and started working like crazy after tying the knot with Ben. I mean, shouldn't she be enjoying the honeymoon phase? Just what did Ben say? Did Bennifer actually use Ben? Let's find out. So here's the tea. According to Ben, Lopez had a mission when she decided to get back with him. The singer wasn't really getting anywhere with her career, so she decided to use Ben Affleck. But Ben's not dumb anymore. He can see what's happening crystal clear. And according to The Sun, the actor has been feuding with J.Lo's creative team, which has led to a lot of tension behind the scenes. Now don't get Ben wrong. He's always been supportive of his wife's career. Even when they were not together, he continued to appreciate her efforts. Back in the day when J.Lo didn't bag a nomination for her role in The Hustlers, Ben had a lot of feelings. He said she should have been nominated. She's the real thing. I keep in touch periodically with her and have a lot of respect for her. How awesome is that she had her biggest hit movie at 50? That's baller. However, it seems like Ben's done supporting his wife's career. I mean, we get it. It's not easy being used like that. And J.Lo fans can say what they want, but the truth is that she did bag a lot of attention when she got back together with Ben after the first breakup. Girl literally got 8 million looks on that spicy picture she posted of the two, announcing their relationship to the world once more. And it seems like she was hoping to ride that same wave of popularity for her comeback lately. I mean, the documentaries and movies she released seem to focus on Ben, the half of it anyway. Not to mention that she released all of it after she walked down the aisle. And in case you missed it, the Queen even announced a world tour recently. But things didn't go according to J.Lo's plans this time. During its first week after release, the singer's recent album, This Is Me Now, debuted at number 38 on the Billboard 200, and that was the last fans ever saw of the record on the charts. Mind you, this was her first LP to not make the top 20. Must have been a shock since J.Lo was probably expecting big things from her comeback. She also released a musical film called This Is Me Now, a love story, and a documentary named The Greatest Love Story Ever Told. One source told In Touch that J.Lo was devastated by the poor performance of the album. She found it humiliating. The source said she poured her heart and soul into this project. It was a huge undertaking.
The truth is, I don't even know if I'll ever make another album after this. This might be my last album ever.
And honestly, it makes sense because the singer poured her blood, sweat, and $20 million into the album and the accompanying documentary. Speaking of the documentary, J.Lo was absolutely ridiculed for it online. For days, TikTokers were clowning the singer for trying to appear relevant. Like, girl, why are you trying so hard to act like you're from the Bronx? We get it.
I like taking my hair out like this. It reminds me like when I was 16 in the Bronx, running up and down the block.
And I am sorry, just what is this?
At the bodega was ham and cheese on a roll with an orange drink, if you know, you know.
Oh, and that tour that she was probably excited for? Well, she had to cancel that too recently. Because if people didn't like the album, who was gonna fill the seats at the huge stadiums she'd be renting?
Jennifer Lopez is canceling her tour. It was set to go across the United States, begin in June.
She tried to offer her fans an apology by posting a message on the J.Lo site, saying, "I am completely heartsick and devastated about letting you down. Please know that I wouldn't do this if I didn't feel that it was absolutely necessary. I promise I will make it up to you, and we will all be together again. I love you all so much. Until next time." But despite all the walls closing in on her, you won't catch Bennifer admitting to any of it. In fact, she's claiming that the only reason she canceled the tour is to focus on her family.
But I think right now it just sucks.
No, it doesn't suck. That's wrong.
It does.
And it looks like J.Lo's PR team is working overtime because, according to sources, she was rehearsing for the show, implying that she expected to get on the stage in front of sold-out stadiums, but gave up her grandiose dreams for her family. One source even said this decision was not made around ticket sales, as the tour was actually doing well in most key cities and there had been a good uptick. However, fans know what's really up. What's more, her recent movie with Netflix, Atlas, didn't do too well either. Sure, Netflix has been raving about how the movie's a hit. But if you look up the reviews, there's a long list of negative reviews. Safe to say, J-Lo's in her flop era. And for once, Ben wants her to take a backseat. According to one source, Ben just wants what's best for her and feels she's doing a lot of mediocre projects and is surrounded by yes people who are also sometimes making decisions for her. He thinks J-Lo's doing 50 things at once. Meanwhile, another source said Bennifer had started ramping up her work commitments and prepping for her tour. She's very focused on work and overextends herself. Now it's not like Ben's not working. He is. He has a movie in the pipeline, The Accountant. Think of it as J-Lo speeding down a highway while Ben's driving in the slow lane. According to the same source, Ben is not working as much by choice and she's overworking. So their priorities are different. Even though she has been dedicated to her marriage and kids, she's very busy. Another source said Ben doesn't agree with Bennifer's lifestyle and feels worn down by their marriage. Both of them have demanding careers that often require them to be in different cities, which has created tension. As a result, they are now on two completely different pages most of the time, and the honeymoon phase of their marriage has ended. A few folks seem to think that J-Lo's trying her best to make use of the spotlight before Ben walks out on her again. Because deep down, she knows that the minute he does, she's gonna be back in the trenches again, struggling to stay relevant. But Ben doesn't want to be used as a puppet anymore. And that's all for today. What do you think of the situation? Do you think Ben Affleck is really going to divorce J-Lo? And did J-Lo really use him to further her career? Let us know in the comment section below. Make sure to leave a like and subscribe to our channel for more videos.